When we're young, we often see fitting in as our primary goal. This mindset stems from a natural aversion to solitude. When we see others walking in groups while we find ourselves alone, feelings of loneliness and self-doubt creep in. But it's worth pondering. Does simply following the crowd necessarily lead to a sense of belonging and self-realization? The true meaning of life may lie not only in connecting with the outside world, but also in mastering the ability to engage in dialogue with ourselves. Lacking the fortitude to be alone and relying too heavily on external validation, we not only fail to cultivate inner strength but also easily lose ourselves in the judgment of others. With experience, we understand that life can't always be bustling and hustling. It's no coincidence that those who ultimately achieve extraordinary success often experience long periods of solitude. The ceiling of a person's achievements often depends on how they wisely allocate their time and energy. Many mistakenly believe that socializing and networking will pave the way for the future. However, after experiencing life, we realize that most social activities offer little practical value other than wasting energy. Those who truly achieve great things have long understood this principle. Human energy is a finite resource. The more we squander it on socializing, the less time we have left for deep thought and focused creation. Any commendable achievement or challenge requires long periods of immersive engagement. This principle may seem simple, but few truly practice it. Refusing ineffective socializing can lead to being labeled a loner, while reducing casual acquaintances can lead to a period of loneliness. However, those who choose to go it alone are making clear trade-off. They would rather forego superficial excitement than protect their most precious energy, devoting it to creating tangible value. In contrast, those who are keen on organizing social gatherings may appear to have extensive connections, but genuine support is often hard to come by when faced with challenges. This so-called networking is nothing but a self-depleting, exhausting game. Those who spend their time alone, uninterrupted, hone their professional skills, deepen their thinking, and build a solid foundation for their careers. They understand that high-quality solitude always outperforms low-quality sociability. Often, what truly weighs someone down isn't the difficulty of the task itself, but the mental drain of the process. When surrounded by too many voices, a flood of judgment floods in. Some criticize your choices, some compare your progress with others, and even some constantly instill anxiety and negativity. In such an environment, it's easy to lose judgment and fall into a spiral of self-doubt. One day, you're shaken by others' doubts, and the next day, you're plagued by anxiety over witnessing others' achievements. Energy and time slip away. In this repetitive emotional tug-of-war, when someone is constantly consumed by external judgment, it's difficult to hear their true inner voice. Choosing to go it alone is a proactive way to break free from this cycle of mental drain. It's not about isolating yourself from the world, but rather creating space for focused reflection. By filtering your environment. Imagine if you no longer had to spend your energy interpreting others' perspectives or distort your inner self to please them. Wouldn't your life's direction suddenly become clearer? Your full attention could be focused on your goal itself. And this pure state of mind would significantly improve your drive and the quality of your result. Just as a marathon runner constantly distracted by the roars of the crowd or the pace of their competitors will inevitably disrupt their breathing. Only by focusing on their own pace can they reach the finish line. The sobriety of a lone walker lies in actively distancing themselves from the clamor, cultivating a pure mental space for themselves, allowing their goals to grow undisturbed. True confidence comes from the accumulation of one's own abilities, not external validation. Those who accustomed to drawing security from the group experience a self-confidence that is like floating duckweed. Without the praise and support of others, they fall into a vortex of self-doubt. In contrast, long-term loners, through facing challenges alone, gradually forge a strong inner self. When there's no one to consult, they learn to think independently. When there's no one to rely on, they master problem-solving skills. When there's no one to comfort them, they learn to self-regulate. Every time they overcome a challenge independently, they infuse their inner strength. This strength stems from a deep understanding of themselves. They no longer need to prove their worth through the approval of others, nor are they shaken by a few words of criticism. This inherent resilience is unbreakable. And provides the confidence. That allows them to choose unconventional paths. They understand that relying on others always carries uncertainty, and that the only reliable safeguard is continuous investment in oneself and the improvement of one's abilities. Therefore, they cherish their solitude, viewing it as a golden opportunity for personal growth.